Alrighty, welcome. We are back a little bit later than when we said we were going to be back, but these things happen. That's just how life works sometimes. That's all I can say to that. Is so sorry. Um, but as a result of that, the blinds have been fixed. Now you won't notice anything different now because it's dark outside, and the only light that's here is from my room. But tomorrow morning, you better believe it's not going to look as strange. At least that's the hope. Um, got that all set up. Streaming. I was gonna say I'm overlapping with PPR Tyler, but PPR Tyler is streaming for the next 24 hours, so that's unavoidable. And we have a pick to make in the next 5 minutes or next 10 minutes. The Frenchie Eliminator for 3. Yeah. So let's just get picking. Oh, fucking Aaron Jones at it again. Here we started McCaffrey, Pollard, Brooks, Mason, Rashee Rice, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, and Brock Bowers. I can see Jackson Dart being the pick. Jackson Dart falling actually quite a bit here. Yeah, he's probably the pick. Like, I want to get more Goff, but I might be able to do that on the other side of the turn. Chris Rodriguez is an interesting running back pick. But again, maybe we can get that later. But go ahead and nab up a nice rushing quarterback there. We're at 155, started Malik Willis, Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Jadarian Price, RJ Harvey, Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt, Kenneth Gainwell, Jefferson, Wilson, Rome Odunze, Stephon Diggs, Mark Andrews. So Keenan Allen's top of my ranks. What a strange team we have here. I do agree with the kick that this team needs a quarterback. We're probably double tapping quarterback in all honesty. And this guy's Herbert and Dart is probably not taking a quarterback in the middle. So it's Bryce Young and then whichever one of these guys we want. It'd be like Bryce Young, Cam Ward, or Bryce Young, Aaron Rodgers. Trying to see if there's like any reason to go any of them over the others. I don't think so. And then we'll be able to clean up receivers, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I can also just kick the can down the road and take Bryce Young first. That's like objectively. Oh no, that's objectively correct because I need Bryce Young and I don't care between the other two very much. But I don't want both the other two because of the buys. So just take Bryce Young. Nice and easy. Here we started Bijan London, then Rashee Rice, Jalen Waddle, and Bucky Irving. Kick says grab a quarterback. I think I can oblige. And we'll do Jaden Daniels. Because his bye week is easier. Here we started Bowers Fannin. We don't need another tight end as much as I want Jawan Johnson. I don't think I can justify that. Oh, I need to chat. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, no. I clicked the wrong thing. Let me. Disaster. Amateur streamer. Again, I forgot I need to go to window to show the Firefox tab instead of the Chrome tab. Thank you, Mother, for pointing that out. And you still don't see anything because I haven't added it to the stage. But we're back. Disaster. That's not how you catalog things. And instead of removing my mother's comment, I removed my chat box. Very funny. Yes. PPR Tyler's stream is going to be very funny. I'm going to probably watch it in the morning. See how he's doing there. Maybe be annoying in the chat. If I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, that would be a fun time as well. But yes, we many such cases of some mistakes. But we're here. I don't think I can find the drafts that I was talking about, unfortunately. I'm kind of annoyed. I didn't catch that on my other monitor. By other monitor, I mean my phone. But alas, we only, I think, went through 2 or 3 drafts. So there are worse things in the world. I agree with the sidekick that we need a running back. I disagree that there is a running back that is worth taking here. I think it's probably third quarterback here. Like I can understand the want for Shaheed. I think I'm gonna grab Darnold, and if Shaheed comes back, maybe I'll be looking into that. But I'm not comfortable with just Malik Willis and Jalen Hurts as my quarterbacks. I'm not even close to comfortable with that. So I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna have it. We're not gonna be doing that. I swear to God, it's not showing me chat. Why won't it show me chat? The YouTube is frustrating me. Here we started Herbert, Mahomes, Shuck, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard, Dobbins, Rice, Higgins, Christian Watson, Stephon Diggs, and Brock Bowers. Kick says Mark Andrews or Marshawn Lloyd. You know what? Sure, I'll take Marshawn Lloyd. Exciting backup. Running back. Sure. This is where the sidekick comes in. Buried in my ranks. Suggested by the sidekick, and I go, you know what, fine. I'll do it. Yeah, this is just JCM. I want to be grabbing a great big bag of JCM right now at these prices. And this is a team that's in the right spot to take some JCM. So I take JCM. Very simple. Here we started Stafford, Genty, Henry, Jacobs, JCM. Okay, yep, this team. Rice, JMO, Colonel Tate, Josh Downs. Kick says Makai Lemon. It's hard because I don't necessarily want more Makai Lemon, but he's like back at practice, right? Like he's limited, but he's practicing. You know? Like, I don't know. Maybe this isn't the team for him with Cardinal Tate already on the team. And we do kind of need another quarterback. So, but like, there's no reason he should be falling 3 rounds. Yeah, I'm going to take Lemon. Like, you're giving him to me, like, compared with Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just blinded by where he was going earlier and what's going on. But I feel like everything we've heard is it's not that big of a deal. And if it's not that big of a deal, then I don't understand why a guy is sliding. What would that be? Like, yeah, almost 2 full rounds. I just don't get it. I don't necessarily need any more Tony Pollard in my life. I don't think. Like, I get he's the ADP value here, but I'm not really interested in it. A lot of week 8 buys. We'll fix that up with our top ranked receiver, Marvin Harrison. I could have also been convinced to do Rico Dowdle there, but we grab Marv. This is going to be Kyler Murray. I guarantee you it's going to be Kyler Murray. We already have Mason and Addison. Kyler Murray comes back to us 10 picks past ADP. Yeah. And I need quarterbacks. So when I need quarterbacks and I see a quarterback that I like fall in my lap, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Here we're at the 11.8, starting Dart, Scatabo, Warren, JCM, Amar St. Brown, Devonta Smith, Luther Burden, Jaden Reed, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Brock Bowers. Kick says it's Casey Concepcion time. I think I'm going to disagree and agree with my ranks and grab Ferguson. Yeah. Here we started 2-2-5-1 with Lamar, Purdy, RJ Harvey, Chuba Hubbard, Puka Nacua, AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors, Jalen Waddle, Brian Thomas, Travis Kelce. The kick is suggesting pulling a running back up a lot or taking our third quarterback. Of those 2 options, I like pulling a running back up a lot. Way more. Mainly because I like Tyler Algier. And this is the sort of team where he's very useful. It's like I just need running back points. Like this team has George Halani written all over it. Absolutely. Give me every possible cheap running back, please and thank you. I will not be taking Aaron Jones on this team. I will also not be taking Michael Wilson, period. So it's going to end up me taking Patrick Mahomes. I'm like actually offended that the sidekick would dare recommend me Michael Wilson. Absolutely ridiculous. Here we started Purdy, Mayfield, H.M. Scadabo, Dowdle, Harvey, Gainwell, St. Brown, Watson, Tate, Trey McBride, Jawan Johnson. Yeah, this is Keenan Allen music, if I've ever seen it. Like, this receiver room needs Keenan Allen. Like, I was taking him when he was absolutely free, so obviously I'm going to be taking him when he is significantly more expensive. Like, he's just good. He's good. He's got a high targets per. It's just easy. 8.5. The sidekick says Jordan Mason. My ranks say Jordan Mason. We're hearing the price of our RB run, so Jordan Mason seems like it might help fill the hole. That feels good. Moving swiftly along, we're at the 7.5. Started in May. McCaffrey, London, Higgins, Evan, Trey McBride. This is J.K. Dobbins. Absolutely J.K. Dobbins. Always will be J.K. Dobbins. Here at 92. Rashad White is too high in my ranks. I'm not taking Laporta. I'm not taking White. I'm not taking. Could take Hubbard here, maybe. Not with Jonathan Brooks. We have Judkins, Brooks, Nakua, Rice, Adams, Tate, and Bowers. Yeah, I could be convinced that it's quarterback time. I could also be convinced it's Harold Fannin time. I could also be convinced that this pick just sucks. Because Jordan Tyson's not off the board yet. Chuba Hubbard's not off the board yet. It's too early to take McCarthy, and I need a bigger discount on that. And then we're looking at injured Sam Laporta, slightly injured and losing the RB1 battle. Rashad White, injured Kyle Monunga, injured Alec Pierce, and then we're looking at Jordan Addison. We've got a bunch of receivers, and then quarterback glut. Yeah. It's just not great. Well, I'm like, I kind of just fine taking a quarterback here. Being like, you know what? I need to take quarterbacks at some point in time during the draft. I generally don't like, if I'm not taking an elite quarterback, I've found that I generally don't like taking quarterbacks. So if there's a point where I'm happy to take a quarterback, I should probably grab that. Grab Luther Burden here. I will continue to take the injury slide as long as we don't get negative news. And none of my drafts are going to be at the Luther Burden point by the time we get negative news. So I'm going to be taking a lot of them. Here we started Daniels, Stafford, Dobbins, Rashad White, Jordan Mason, Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown, Rashee Rice, T. Higgins, and Luther Burden. I don't think a third quarterback is necessary. I don't think pulling up Casey Concepcion is that necessary either. Do I actually have Casey? I have him ranked ahead of ADP. I just have a bunch of other people ranked more ahead of ADP. Receiver's not necessarily structurally where I want to be. When I went 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receiver. Like, I don't think I need more juice in that area. Like, I'm seriously considering Jawan Johnson here. I'm also seriously considering Tyler Algier. Again, where it's like I just structurally I need a running back here. And I see a bunch of tight ends that I'm like, yeah, one of these guys will make it back to me. And receivers, like quarterbacks, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not super excited to take him. But I think there's a big drop off between Algier and Keaton Mitchell. So let's go ahead and grab Algier. We only got a couple left. This is probably going to be Johnson. We have Purdy, Goff, McCaffrey, Judkins, Dobbins, White, Chris Rodriguez. Yeah, we don't need more running backs. What are you talking about? Drake London, Zay Flowers, Luther Burden, Brian Thomas. Maybe a little bit light on the receiving room, but this is Jawan Johnson music if I've ever seen it. Gotta, like, if you're not taking Jawan Johnson at these prices, you really got to think Devon Vele or Bryce Lance can do something, and I do not think that. Here we started Lamar, Hampton, Etienne, Dobbins, JCM, St. Brown, Rice, Tate, Golden, and Sam Laporta. Like mildly interested in Chuck. Mildly interested in Kelsey as well. Let's go Shaq. Quarterback, running back. Feels pretty good. If we're going to have a Shaq team, that's a Shaq team. This is a J.K. Dobbins team. Lamar, Henry, Lamb, Flowers, Higgins, and Dunze. That's J.K. Dobbins. Music. Please don't get hurt, my king. Started 5-5 here. Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Travion Henderson, Jonathan Brooks, Aaron Jones. That feels like a good running back room. Had a good receiving room. Minus Jordan Tyson. Lamb, Flowers, Adunze, Michael Pittman, and Jordan Tyson. Kick says Jake Ferguson along with Cedric and Lamb. I disagree. I think we go Kelsey here over Ferguson. No KC exposure. Feels pretty good. And then we'll probably would even maybe we would take Ferguson over Johnson, but I don't have to make that choice now. I can do that later. So I will. It's great. We didn't get any of the running backs we wanted back. We'd have to pull up Aaron Jones a lot, which I'm not doing, especially not when the guy next to me is 5'11". A sixth receiver or a second quarterback are really the two main thoughts. I think a second quarterback would be where I go, and I'll lean Purdy over Mahomes here. Hopefully we get a running back. And by running back, I mean we can still reach for whatchamacallit for Aaron Jones. Here started Kyler, Henry, Jadarian Price, Jonathan Brooks, JCM, Lamb, Rice, Waddle, and JMO. I like Worthy, but I don't necessarily like Worthy on the same team as Rice. Maybe it's just Matthew Golden. Again, like where Jason Concepcion is, I take Golden. I'm not really interested in taking Laporta at all right now. Like, just not. Like, this hip thing seems like relatively quite possibly problematic. Let me take some time to look at the ex-doctor's opinions on this. Because this is the part where it's like, yeah, if it's not something that I need to worry about, it is absolutely Sam Laporta time. So it's the first time we've had that. So what is I would like to explore Sam Laporta. Please. What do we got? Blah, blah, blah. Schefter, Underdog. Where's the Twitter docs when I need them? There we go. Unclear if hip flex or hip loader. It's a possibility he missed the start of the season. Yeah. It's tough. But we're getting such a value on him. Like, you can slowly see the gears turning in my head. Getting such a value on him. I don't have a ton of him. I'm getting him after Kyle Pitts. Like, the next tight end off the board is Jake Ferguson. Like, there's such a big difference. Or Travis Cook. There's such a big difference there. Let's just grab him as my tight end one. What is that? 16 picks past ADP. And if he's injured at the start of the season, he's injured at the start of the season. What am I going to do? Here is another very interesting draft we've started. Tootin, Nakua, Evans, Brock Bowers, and Trey McBride. Kick says it's Tony Pollard time. This actually, the kick may be correct here. This is a Tony Pollard-esque team. However, I feel it's also a Rico Dowdle team. In uniform Friday. Of course he's in uniform. Isn't, I was about to say, isn't Warren too? Yeah, great. Yeah, it's definitely a running back here because some running backs are going to be going around this turn. You got to be lucky to get Dobbins back. It's not crazy. Let's just go Pollard. When in doubt, take the ADP folder. And I was, in fact, in doubt. Here we started with Gibbs, Bucky, Tootin, Chuba Hubbard, Nico Collins, Malika Neighbors, Brian Thomas, DK Metcalf, and Harold Fannin. And I agree with the kick. It's time for two quarterbacks. Love and Baker Mayfield. The kick is now disagreeing with itself and trying to get me to take more Casey Concepcion. I will not. Holy shit, we're in the 15th round here. We started Lamar and Jacoby Brissett. This is the I don't have quarterbacks draft. Lamar, Jacoby Brissett, Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Jacobs White, CeeDee Lamb, Colonel Tate, Jayden Reed, QJ, Worthy, Trey Tucker, Jake Ferguson, and Mark Andrews. Yeah, George Villani is like an absolute gift to this running back room. This receiver room is probably just fine as is. That's probably not true because the way did this. Yeah, Gino going is kind of annoying, but something I could do there. Was there like someone who like got like super quarterback happy this draft, or did I just like miss the ship? Like what happened here is kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Because I most certainly either screwed something up, like misread the room. Because I'm going to have to take a third quarterback here, and it's going to be like Deshaun Watson or Tua, and I'm not going to be happy about it. And I might have to do it like before my last pick, which I'm really not going to be happy about. So 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. Wow. No, it's just I missed quarterbacks. Yeah. No, I just wasn't aware, I guess. That's annoying. We definitely will need a third. So to build out the rest of this team, we have 15, 16, 17. We have 4 more picks. So definitely one quarterback. I want one at running back. I want one at tight end, which does leave a receiver pick. I don't think I need 2 RBs. I don't think we want to go 4 quarterback, although it's not completely out of the question. I think this is 3 quarterback and just pray that Lamar carries, and then just try and grab 2 people that we think can cover his bye. Might be able to cover his bye, and just hope one of them is like at least fine. Definitely need another tight end. Get another tight end later. Yeah, I think I'm curious if it agrees that Helani is the top running back. It does agree that Helani is the top running back. It's just like you don't need running back here. Rather just go ahead and like if we're locked into one more QB, one more RB, one more receiver, one more tight end, then I think Travis Hunter is the right pick here. He's fallen like 2 full rounds. Like for why? Like I think people need to like understand the thesis on Travis Hunter a bit better. Yeah, I think we just grab Travis Hunter and expect to take Helani with our next pick. Yeah. All right. Here at 93, we started Jaden Daniels, Hampton, Scatabo, Puka Nakua, Zay Flowers, Luther Bird, and Chris Godwin. Interesting. This may be Tucker Craft. Like even with the snap count and everything, again, we're getting to the point where it's like, man, this is a tough one. I don't want to screw up this Puka Hampton start. It's going to be extra judicious with the time I take and spend and think about this, because it really could be just like this could be the one very easily. So Rashad White obviously correlates with Jaden Daniels a bit more positively than most QBRB stacks, which is not necessarily something I'm super jazzed about. I could then just take a tight end. If I take a tight end, Tucker Craft is so interesting. Curious if he's behind Pitts, behind Ferguson, behind Kelsey. He's just like nuked. Tucker Craft, I think, is insane with Sam Laporta, are just like ways to torpedo this team right now that I don't need to be doing. Same with McKyleman. That's where I sort of like come back to Rashad White, and I'm like, yeah, it's Rashad necessarily a bad pick. Is Aaron Jones just better Rashad White right now with the hype around JCM? Quite possibly. And does that make me go, ooh, let me not draft Rashad White and draft Aaron Jones? Or does it make me go, oh, let's just grab an elite tight end and Harold Fannin then? I think it makes me go really reconsider my rank on Rashad White. That's getting moved after this draft. Like, legitimately. Hello? Okay, sick. All right, there we go. Yeah, why Aaron Jones here? I want Aaron Jones over Cortland Sutton any day of the week. I want Aaron Jones over Blake Corum any day of the week. Also, why Rashad White so close to JCM? Rashad White losing battle. Rashad White goes there. And I think that's a more accurate understanding of how I actually feel about these players in a vacuum. But I do think Rashad White loses a little bit for the Jaden Daniels connection, just a little bit, and loses a little bit right now because of my absurdly high percentage on him. Same thing with Aaron Jones, but I'm not like worried about Aaron Jones in the same way. Another option is just saying I'm going to take a receiver, grab Jordan Addison here. But I think we'll go Harold Fannin. I'm not worried about Fannin. It's very likely I get Jones at my next pick. More likely I get Jones than Fannin at my next pick. Yeah, that was tough though. Daniels, Bijan, Bucky, London, Rice, Waddle. Just Rico Dowdle. JCM is like a possibility. So is Dobbins. I would love for one of them to come back to me. Probably JCM if one of them is going to. But if Rico is successfully consolidating work, then I don't want to be ignoring that and looking elsewhere. When That's what matters, is consolidating the work. Like, maybe not the pass game work, but the rushing game work is still kind of important. So yeah. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. My hope is we'll be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, the night stream is going to be variable. I have an event at work, so we may have to futz around with that a little bit. But definitely doing the morning stream at 10, and then we'll see when the evening stream is. But thank you guys for stopping by. It's been a fun one, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.